Hey guys, it's me, Karina. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you very much for coming back. I am going to be YouTubing a lot more. I know I haven't done so in a really long time and my videos are pretty sporadic, but they're going to be much more frequent now. So I hope you like the content that I'll be posting. Today's video is going to be about what not to say to a wheelchair user. Many of us say things without thinking, and I'm just going to share a couple of things that have been told to me throughout my lifetime and here on earth. And so some are funny, some are very inappropriate. Well, all of them are inappropriate. I know people are curious, and you know, some people don't know. If you haven't been around a wheelchair user, you really don't know anything about it, about our lifestyle. But it's not much different than an able-body's lifestyle. I like to put it in simpler terms. We're the same as anybody else. We do everything the same. No, we do everything anybody else can do. We just do it a little bit differently. So I just wanted to share these things. Some of the things that I will share with you, I'll either comment on or I'll answer these questions. Most of them I'll answer, and but some of them I won't. Some of them I will leave to your imagination. But I hope you enjoy this video. Please subscribe, like my videos, and share them. Thank you so much. Okay, so here we go. What not to say to a wheelchair user, or what not to ask a wheelchair user. First question is, what happened to you? I get that a lot, like, what happened to you? Why are you in a wheelchair? I'm like, I don't know. What happened to you? So that's where I say, you know, what my disability is, which I have osteogenesis imperfecta, which is a brittle bone disease, and that'll be in the one of the future videos. And I was born with it, so that's what happened to me. Next question is, and these are by no means in any order, but I did save the top question for the very last. So, is your mom or your parents in a wheelchair? No, they're not. A lot of people assume that just because you're in a wheelchair that your parents are disabled or in a wheelchair also. My parents are not disabled. My brothers are not disabled. I have two brothers, and they're perfectly fine, healthy. I was the only chosen one. Another question that I get a lot because I'm small is, are your parents little like you? No, that's not the case with me. Some people, yes. Some people's parents are little, like if they were born from a little person. Like if two little people have a child together, it's 50% chance that the child will come out a little person, but that may not be. They may also come out an average sized person. So that's to answer that question. This is not a question. This is a comment that I had been told lots of times when I was a toddler. When I was a child, I would go shopping with my mom. We would be at Walmart or H-E-B or Target, anywhere. I was in the cart, and ladies or people would just come up to us. And usually it was when we were leaving, when we were getting to the car. Random people would just come up to us and say, it's because of your sin. Like they would tell my mom, it's because of your sin that she's born that way, that she's like that. You need to repent. You need to repent. It's because of your sin she's like that. Okay. Yeah. Don't say that to anybody, please. Even if that's your belief, please don't go around telling people that, because you will scare them. And if they're trying to find God in any kind of way, they're not going to want to come to God. I know I didn't back then. I would just freaking out, and it would make me feel so sad, and I'd be so depressed, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, and but I was young, and those people were just ignorant. But next thing is, question I get is, how do you cook? Well, I cook like everyone else. I do everything anybody else does. I just do it sitting down. Basically, my kitchen is accessible to me, and I can, grab everything just fine, the pots, the pans, and, I just cook like anybody else. I just do it sitting down. How do you clean? The same thing. The only thing that I don't do is mop and sweep. I have somebody do that for me. But everything else, I pretty much do. Like I said, I do everything just sitting down. And, well, as everybody knows, I'm a Zumba instructor. So when I first became a Zumba instructor, a lot of people would ask me, how do you dance? Clip. I'll give you a little preview in this next clip. Enjoy. Okay, so yes, that's how. It's a little stiff, but you get the idea. This is one that I would get a lot. Do you sleep in your wheelchair? Say what? No. I sleep in my bed. Actually, I have a king-size bed. My little self has a king-size bed. So, no, I don't sleep in my chair. Okay. These next ones are little bitty comments. They're comments that you do not tell a wheelchair user. So, one is, don't run me over with that thing. I've had like 30 years of practice. 99% of the time I won't run over anybody unless you piss me off. And then I make it seem like an accident. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't do that. I get this one a lot too. Slow down. You're gonna get a speeding ticket. I know some people mean it to be funny, but some wheelchair users don't like it. Another one is, do you have a license to drive that thing? Well, I have a license to drive my vehicle, so I don't think I need a license for this, but yeah, that's another one that we get told a lot. Oh, this one says, a lot of people say, I wish I had one of those. I don't think you do. When people say that, it's like they're meaning it, they want it as a toy, and it's not a toy. It's like if somebody commented on your legs saying, oh, I wish I had your legs. You like scratching your head like, say what? Are you alright? You're kind of weird. A lot of people just ask me this, I guess because they're curious what it's like to be in a chair. But again, I reiterate, a wheelchair is not a toy. A lot of people say, can you give me a ride? No. Do you want to fix it if it breaks? So that's what I say when, most of the time, depending on who it is, if I know the person very well, like, and they'll ask me that, I'm like, do you want me to give you the bill if it breaks? Here's a couple of other comments that I've been, told. Like this one, I know it's a compliment, but no, don't say it. You're too pretty to be in a wheelchair. Really? I didn't know you had to be ugly to be in a wheelchair. Oh, and this one, when I was in my younger days, oh, I get this a lot when I was going clubbing and to the bars and stuff. I don't do that anymore. But just to clarify, but when I did, when I was out and about, bumping and grinding, I would have a lot of people, a lot of guys tell me, "Oh, it's so good. It's so good to see you out here having fun." Or the exact way they would say it is, "It's so good to see people like you out here, having fun." Like, people like me? Like what? I can't have fun? Can't go to the club? What? It was good and bad. Like, I guess back then I used it to my advantage because they would tell me that, and then they would buy me a drink, and I'd be like, okay, free drinks. I mean, they're expensive at the club. Sure, go ahead. I don't really drink, or I wasn't really a drinker, but yeah. So it would get me free drinks. Looking cute at the club in a wheelchair. Yeah. Oh, this is a comment that some, like, ignorant people will sometimes say, "I'd rather be dead than in a wheelchair." Excuse me? Okay. Next. This one, when, like, dating and getting to know a guy, like, they always ask me, "Are you gonna die?" Excuse me? What? Eventually, but not right now. Are you gonna live forever? I don't know what people think, but yeah, that's a question that I get asked a lot. This is already when it's coming to dating. Some people are like, "Do you know my brother's ex-girlfriend's cousin? She's in a wheelchair too." Or they want to set me up with a person that they know that's in a wheelchair just because they're in a wheelchair. No, it doesn't work that way. They'd be like, "You should date somebody in a wheelchair." That's like saying you should date somebody with glasses, or you should date somebody with brown hair, or it's like, just because we have brown hair or just because we have glasses does not mean we're instantly gonna hit it off. No, it doesn't work that way. Oh, my ex used to tell me this a lot, because, I'm like in my 30s, I'm single, and so when we're together before, when we're getting to know each other, he would always say, "What's wrong with you? Like, why aren't you married by now, or have kids, or, I don't know. I keep meeting buttholes like you." Yeah, so he would always, like, try and find something wrong with me because I was still single. It's like, there's nothing wrong with me. It's you guys. Okay, so the last couple of them, I'm almost done. My friend, who is also in a wheelchair, my best friend, she has a little girl, so she gets asked this a lot. I don't have children, but I have been asked, like, can you have babies? Can you have kids? Well, for other wheelchair user women that have children, they get asked a lot, "How did you have a baby?" Or, "How do you have babies?" Hello, I have a vagina, and it might not look quite exactly like yours, but I have one too. So yeah, no different. Another one that I would get told a lot, like, not a lot, but just by, like, random. This is more online than anything, than in face-to-face or in person. But I get a lot of people say, especially in the comments, the YouTube comments, "Ew, you're disgusting, you're ugly." And I'm looking at their picture, and I'm like, have you looked at yourself in the mirror lately? No, but I'm not mean like that. I just say, "God bless you," and I block the comments. And of course, saving the best for last, that I get asked, and this is by, like, both men and women. I guess they're just, like, extremely curious. But the number one question that most of us wheelchair users get asked is, can you have sex? Can you feel down there? How do you have sex? I will leave that one to your imagination. So I hope you enjoyed my 24 things you do not ask or say to a wheelchair user. Next time your mind gets curious, either refer back to this video or Google it, but don't ask people those questions. They're kind of inappropriate. Alrighty, so y'all have a great day, and stay tuned for my next video.